Welcome to Real Talk, Real Women. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and today we have IFBB fitness and physique pro Stacy Simons McDowell on the show. Welcome, Stacy. How are you?
I'm doing well, Miriam. Thank you so much for having me.
You're
How are
most,
you?
you're most welcome. I'm fine. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You started lifting weights at age 6. That's a pretty unusual age to start pumping iron. Tell me about how it all began for you.
I wanted to be like my dad. So my dad was always very fit, very athletic. So I mimicked everything he did. We had little dumbbell sets in the basement. So I pretty much worked out with him. I was a gymnast for 8 years, and then I made the transition into springboard diving. But the weight training is something I'd always been consistent with. So I'll do that until I'm 6 feet under.
Right. And you were a gymnast for 8 years, then transitioned to springboard diving, and after graduating, you still wanted to be competitive in something. How did it end up becoming fitness?
It was honestly a complete accident. One of my college roommates at the time, Miss Fitness was one of the biggest things. So, Jill's skipping around the house. Oh, it's my dream to be Miss Fitness. And I'm thinking, all right, whatever. Looked into it. I had started training at a local gym, and I saw a poster for a competition. I figured, hey, let me try to do this. And then I was just instantly hooked. I got smoked, but I had fun. And that, for me, that was the biggest thing.
Ah, that's great. And for your first competition, you just jumped into the deep and had a lot of fun with it. In fact, that's what got you hooked. Can you take us back to that first fitness competition?
It was back in 96, and it was the NPC Blue Thunder. And I just was completely not prepared. I didn't know you had to diet properly. I even had a farmer's tan. I didn't have oil. I didn't know how to pose. I just threw together a 60-second routine. But, you live and learn. And fortunately, along the way, John Kemper, God rest his soul, he took me under his wing. Steve Weinberger's always been there to help me. So it's, you learn through experiences, and hopefully, my mistakes, I try to pass on to everyone else so that they don't make the same mistakes.
And like you mentioned before, the year after you sought help from John Kemper and Dennis Kirby. How important has their mentorship been in your journey?
John passed away a couple of years ago, but he was pretty much like my gym dad. Very brutally honest in this industry. Brutal honesty is what's going to make you better. So for me, John Kemper and Steve Weinberger have always been 100% honest with me, and you have to be able to take criticism in order to make improvements.
Right, I agree.
So if you don't have a tough skin, it's not for you. You can't walk into a competition and expect to win every time. So.
And you turned pro back in '97 and have quite the track record as a fitness competitor. In 2012, you made a switch to physique. Can you explain the difference and the decision?
The criteria for the fitness routines now, the routine is 2/3 of your score. So initially, way back when, you used to have 4 rounds in fitness, and then as it progressed more, they knocked it down to 2 rounds. So it used to be 50% physique, 50% routine. I can still do the gymnastics, but I'm competing against girls that are 20 years younger than me, and they're at an Olympic level, and it just wasn't worth me risking any injury. And I enjoy lifting heavy. My body likes to put on muscle, so it's always been more difficult for me to, diet down to where the judges liked in fitness. And when physique came along, I just honestly felt like I finally, found my element. So I'm happy I made the switch.
And you're now preparing for your 53rd Pro Show. That's incredible. What has
I
been?
know. I don't know if it's incredible or if it's stupid. Maybe a little bit of both.
What has been the most remarkable lesson you've learned through it all?
No matter what your age or fitness level is, your body's going to still change. I'm in my 40s. I feel great, and I look completely different than I did this time last year. And I've recently gotten into deadlifting. So I'm toying around with doing a raw meet. I think it definitely has helped my physique, but it's just, you just always have to push yourself and not set any limits.
Right. And how big of a role did your friends and family play in the success throughout your competitive career as an athlete?
My family has been great with supporting me. My dad passed away in 2008. He's in a much better place, but he was the main reason why I still, lift the weights. He's always going to be with me. My mom's a great support. My husband's a great support. I'm surrounded by a lot of really good people, and it's important to keep your circle small so that you don't get burnt by any negative energy. I think it's, I've made that mistake before in the past, is, being too trusting with too many people. So live and learn.
And I'm so sorry to hear that about your father.
Uh,
And in turn, I know it's your goal to help other people learn how to live a positive, healthy lifestyle, no matter what their goals may be. What advice would you give someone who is just
yes.
starting out and is unhappy with their health and appearance?
I think that you have to make sure that your insides are healthy first and reassess your nutrition. Are you getting in the right vitamins and supplementation? I don't necessarily mean fat burners, but you have to be secure and happy with yourself before, wanting to, quote, look perfect. Or you can aspire to look like some other people, but, God gave you certain tools and you have to learn how to work with those. So I think it's about being secure with yourself and loving who you are.
I know you also work with people who have disabilities. What drives you to do that, and what have you learned in the process?
Honestly, it's something else I fell into. I have a degree in graphic design. I did work in that field, but it wasn't for me. Money was great, but money doesn't equate to happiness. Um, yeah, I honestly saw an ad in the paper for a program assistant, and I work for an adult medical day center, and I love it. I mean, the clients come in to have a good time, and that's my goal, because you never know what their home life is like.
You're doing such a great job. You're also part of the top secret nutrition team. I actually had Crystal Richardson on the show yesterday. I love what you ladies are doing. After,
Thank you.
after 52 competitions, how big of a role do supplements play in your ability to consistently perform over the years?
Huge, 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 huge. Top secret, to me, they have the best products around. Everything from essential greens and reds, multivitamins, BCAAs, you name it, they have it. And it's definitely helped me stay healthy. It's helped my body change. It helps me recover. And they're just a great company to be part of.
And where can people go to learn more about you and connect with you online?
They can look me up on Instagram, Stacy Simons McDowell, or on my website, stacysimons.com, on Facebook.
And I will also make sure to put your links below this video.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Is there anything else you would like to talk about today that you feel we've missed?
No, I think you pretty much touched on everything. I wish I were over there. I love Europe.
You're always welcome.
Hopefully there's a show. I'll definitely look you up.
That would be great. Thank you so much for your time, Stacy. You've been so great.
Thank you, Miriam. You have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Miriam Khalladi. For more inspiration, check out our website at realtalkrealwomen.com.